So I just made it to the studio. As you guys can see, Loveforpilates. Can we take a moment to appreciate this neon sign? Yes, we have to stay on brand here, you guys. And today I decided to do my workout routine with you guys. So I have here my trainer and the owner of Loveforpilates. I really love her. I haven't seen her in so long actually, because when I come here, it's normally when she's not here. So
I just had a baby.
Congratulations to Tia. And yeah, so today, what are we doing today? Because they always ask how I got my abs, even though I don't have them right now, because as you all know, it was Halloween and I was like,
she looks amazing, doesn't she? That's the beauty of Pilates. I just had a baby.
You know?
Yeah, she looks great. Yes, we'll show you how we do some abs. Maybe some of this, because that's awesome, right?
Please!
And just have some fun.
So make sure you stay tuned, and we're gonna set up. Obviously, I'm gonna do my cocoonage, my ponytail, and we'll be right back.
So you need your grip socks, as you know. I think Laura's forgot hers. She's gonna do.
So we have a pink here, you guys. So here's one thing, you guys. As you all know, the only reason which I really like Pilates is because, as you can see, I have a bed, so that's the only gym I can do.
So we're gonna have a seat
On the box.
and then you'll face toward our lovely audience. Yes, ma'am. And we're gonna hook your right foot underneath your foot strap. So we're gonna go in for those killer abs.
Ooh! I didn't even know.
So your leg is going to be crossed on the box,
For so long.
and then your shin's going to be parallel here. And then I want you can't actually start and prop yourself up here. Yeah, so we want this leg to be back just a bit more. Flex the foot and really pull up and off that strap. And then from here, this is the best part, is we actually get the side of the leg up into the glute med to fire and strengthen your low back. However, we feel it right here in those
It only looks easy. Let's tell you.
It's true.
It looks easy.
Okay, and dip your left elbow down, and then keeping a pull out of the right hip, you'll lift it right back up. Gorgeous, and again.
And that's how you get your waist snatched, sis. That's exactly how you do it.
And then knees are going to be underneath the hips. So we want the shoulders directly over the wrist, knees under the hips. So careful here, balancing. I'm going to pull you out, and we're going to hook your left foot. So press the left leg straight back. Now hold it straight. Think about your abs lifting up as the leg starts to lower off the side of the box to the floor. So you want to reach your sits bones up to the ceiling, not letting it tuck, but think about lengthening there. Yes. That's it. Perfect. So booty up as the leg lifts down or lowers down, and then lift it and give it a good squeeze. Nice. Try not to lean into the side, but you want to feel that left oblique fire up. And then drop up. Give those sits bones a good pull inward. Last two. How do we look? Good. Last one there. Pull up. Good. And down to your right forearm. Here. And then you can actually hold, I call that like the oh shit handle. You can hold that. Okay.
Okay.
Knee underneath you. Now go ahead and kick your leg out toward knee.
Okay.
And now you can externally rotate so your leg will lift. That hip lifts up. Yeah. Ooh. Keep this oblique lifted. So this is actually full body where you're going to get your core to fire and your booty. Now, think of the same feeling that you had before. Your leg is going to sweep to your left, boom, and squeeze and pull back. Reach, very nice. Out to the side, and then squeeze and pull back, and reach, reach, reach. That's gorgeous. Your abs hard at work. Last one here. Let's stretch the legs straight out, hold it there, lift it up a little higher if you can, and then give me a little pulse. So a little tiny lift and a lift, and a lift. Lovely. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, come on in. Yay.
I forgot to mention, and I know this is TMI, but you also sweat in places you never knew existed. I know this is a TMI, but you all asked for it and signed up for that.
We use a fit ball underneath the head to keep our neck supported because we always want to achieve proper posture, so we're honoring the spine, and when we're lying on our side, it would be great if we could actually sleep this way too, but however your body doesn't, it relaxes, but we want to lift that bottom oblique up, showing off our waistline, and then essentially pulling the hip bone down. You're stacking your hips so your pelvis is nice and neutral, and now her spine is lovely and long and in a nice straight line. And then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and lasso your top foot. So we get to go in for a double duty here, where we're going to work into the medius and the maximus, okay?
So much fun.
So when you're ready, we want to keep the entire top leg parallel to the floor and just lift up to the outer hip height and then lower it right back down. So we're trying to fire up the glute medius. Funny enough, it's almost like, if you look at pictures of it, it looks like the shape of a slice of pizza. It's like somebody put a slice of pizza right here, right?
Trust me, there's a whole bunch of them in mine.
On that note, when we fire that, though, when we get your medius strong, it alleviates, first off, it's kind of like a support belt, so it takes pain and pressure out of your knees. If we get your hamstrings, or your quads and hamstrings strong, it also helps with the knees. The medius, however, though, because it lifts, will help lift your maximus, which most girls want a little support there, right? Last one. Nice job. Take a little breather, right?
And always do that, you guys. Always do that.
Pound the burnout, pound it out, right? Back and down, we want to get the rib cage to lace up, so you want to pull that point in and down. Legs float up to tabletop there, actively squeezing our knees together. Make sure those knees float away from you a little bit more. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to pull from underneath our underarm. Inhale, exhale, chest lift up, head, neck, top of the blades, arms float. Stretching our legs out, scoop the abs in and back, knees pull in, and you rest it back to your start position. And then we repeat many, many times, because we can. That's gorgeous. And this is going to work literally the full six-pack, your full rectus abdominis. We get our shoulder stabilizers, your scapular depressors, your lower abdominals, your transverse. Try and stop there. Good. And again. Nice. And let's have you hold up there now. So you'll curl up, hold there, draw your left knee into tabletop, and then switch it out. You can switch. So we're gonna go into our combo move here where we work glutes, core, and a little inner thighs, adductors, okay? So we're stepping to the outside edge of the right side of the box. Left foot, your toes will go on the carriage right in front of the shoulder block. The left leg will stay straight. Okay. You're gonna give me a nice deep squat on the right leg, reaching back toward the carriage. Left leg pressing away. Nice, and then using that right glute to pull back in, and the arms can lower actually when you come back in. And again, inhale.
Deceased.
She's like whistling.
Woo! I also learned how to breathe correctly.
You do.
Because I didn't know how to before I did Pilates. So you know. And by the way, for those of you wondering, no, this is not sponsored. This is actually my 4th year coming to this place. So FYI, and literally, this is, and not because she's here, this is literally, in my opinion, the best place to do Pilates in LA. And this is really because it feels like home. Yeah. And I never really came here and like somebody was rude to me, like other places. So for me.
So this is called the Wunda chair. Joseph Pilates was German. And so Wunda, I believe, means wonderful. So it's the wonderful chair. And basically this was his first crack at a home gym. If you look at the Reformers, the Cadillac, all of the apparatuses are very big. And he wanted to make something tiny to fit into New York apartments. And so this is a kind of
I can see that happening.
Right? The original design, if you turned it upside down and put a pillow in it, you could actually use it as a regular chair as well. Oh, cool, right? So when you're ready to work out, you throw your pillow off, you flip it, and you just go to town. It's going to be a lot stronger than the Reformer. But what that does is, because now we have gravity tugging on us a lot more, so it's actually going to give you a little assistance when you lift up in the air, okay? So think about a plank position. Our hands will be on the mat, and you can bring them back like halfway underneath, yeah, so that way your shoulders can be over those wrists. We're going to go up to a high heel, so up on those tiptoes, and we'll glue our heels together, toes open for your Pilates V. Nice. Giving yourself a tiny little round back, right? Just a bit. Little tiny tuck of the tail. You're probably already firing everything up already, right? So pulling those inner thighs in and up, pelvic floor lifting, booty is squeezing. You're going to push into your hands and try to float that pedal off the floor. So we lift, 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 and then slowly with control, lower the pedal back down. Good. And then you want to now try not to dock that sucker in between. Are you ready? Let's go ahead. Shoulders are back and down. Use those abs. You want to feel them hollow out. Lift the pedal up. Nice. And then slowly lower. As you lower, you feel the abs actually lift toward the ceiling a little higher.
So that completed my workout routine, you guys. Thank you so much for Tia for having me here at Loveforpilates. And of course, I'm going to leave you guys all the information down here below in the description so that you guys can go and check them out as well. They also have a really cute Instagram page if you want to visit that. And that is pretty much it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, then please be sure to give it a big thumbs up because Tia deserves it more than me.
She did all the hard work.
And make sure you subscribe to my channel here down below. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!
Bye.